Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Rain here, and it's my first time to do a review of a set, and in this case, it's the Madness at the Darkmoonfaire mini set. So it's coming in around 2 days, I believe, and let's get right on to it. So it's pretty exciting. There are 4 legendary cards, 1 epic, 14 rare, and 16 common cards. So I'll try to breeze through them one by one. Alright, looks like we're starting with Hearthstone and Ivory, and I think this is a pretty good card. I think any type of control mage could sneak this in. The only problem is what dual class spells, how many dual class spells are there. So if I could get that info, because right off the bat, all I remember are Brain Freeze and Cutting Class. I'm sure there are a few more, but yeah, that's important to note because some might be not useful, and we could use math if I know the total number of dual class spells there are to see how much the effectiveness of this card, Hearthstone and Ivory, really is in the meta. Alright, next we have Dark Inquisitor Sanesh. Reduce the cost of all corrupt cards in your hand and deck by 2. I think this is great because the fact that it includes the hand and deck and not just the deck, it means you get to discount everything, and there are a lot of corrupt cards, but the problem is this one is a priest card. So, that I'm not sure, but it looks good, but I think if it were a warlock card, it would be better. Sorry about this. Let's go back to Hearthstone and Ivory for a while. I'm sorry about this. It's also, I believe, it's a dual class card, but I'm thinking this is a rogue, right? This color is rogue. So I think it's like they're doing a Jandice Barrow type of thing. It's an extra 5-drop, or maybe you could cut a card for it. I think it's also good with rogue, but then again, my opinion stands. I need to count the number of dual class spells to see how much effective this card really is. But the spell burst is crazy. If you get Brain Freeze, it's perfect, like most of the time. Okay. Alright, now let's go to Envoy Rustwix. Now this one's the Warlock one. Shuffle 3 random prime legendary minions into your deck. So I think this is anti-fatigue. I'm not sure how good it is, but maybe if you could manipulate to have more copies of this. Maybe in Wild it's crazy. In Standard I'm not so sure. Right off the bat, how do you copy this? Maybe sneaking in a Vectus, but you'd have to need a lot more Death Rattle cards, I guess. So this might also make sorry, it's the Willow card. I forgot the name of the card, but I think Willow could sneak this out and it's good. So almost all primes are good, except I'm not a fan of diluting decks, so you must be some sort of heavy control to run this. I don't think I would run this personally in an aggro deck. Well, I think that's kind of obvious, but who knows? I'm still not sure. This is just my personal opinion. Alright, I believe there's one more legendary card, but we might see that a bit later. Alright, let's go to dual class cards. This is a Hunter and Demon Hunter deck. Card. Your hero power costs 1 less. The stats are nice. I'm not sure what you'd want to remove, but stats wise and ability wise, this is crazy because you have a 0 to cast Demon Hunter hero power. Is that right? So I think Demon Hunter would be able to abuse this more, but I think Hunter could sneak in. I'm just not sure yet what you'd remove, but I think I'd give this a 4 out of 5 if we were doing ratings. Alright? Next we have Resizing Pouch. Discover a card with cost equal to your remaining mana crystals. I'm not a fan of this. This is a Druid Hunter card. I'd still go with nature studies over this. This is too random and there are too many cards, so getting a crappy one in your discover is more than likely. But who knows? I'm not gonna rate everything, but I'll give this maybe a 2.5 out of 5. Alright. Next is guidance. Look at 2 spells, add 1 to your hand, or overload 1 to get both. Well, I'm not sure what look really means. If this is like discover but with only 2 choices, I think it's not bad. Like, you have the option to overload after you've looked at the spells, so I'm guessing it's random. And again, this is in Druid and sorry, what class is this? Is this Mage? I might be mistaken. So I don't think there's a Druid Mage one. Alright, it doesn't matter. The Druid part, I think it's pretty good. Like, oh, it's Shaman. Sorry, it's Shaman, Overload, and Druid. It's Druid and Shaman. I think it's pretty good because the fact that you look first before deciding to overload, then that's pretty great if that's what it really means. Alright? So next we have a... Is this a Shaman and Mage card? Yeah, I'm still not sure with my colors. I'm so sorry. But anyway, Imprisoned Phoenix. Dormant for 2 turns, spell damage +2. I'm not sure if this is good. I don't see this being played, but the body is good, but the fact that it's dormant, too slow, I guess. It's not like you have an OTK setup with this. Or do you? Maybe in Wild, but with Standard, I don't see this. Alright? Okay, we've reviewed this up there. Let's go to the next one. Give a minion +2 attack, corrupt, and your weapon. Nitro boost poison. So I believe this is Rogue and Warrior. I think it's pretty good. I think Rogue would be able to utilize this more. Wild and Standard might use this. It's actually pretty strong. You're getting a net gain of 4 attack for 1 mana. Well, technically it's not 1 mana because you need to corrupt it first. But still, I think this is pretty powerful in some sort of aggro shell. Who knows? Weapon Rogue might be a thing again in Standard with this one. So I think it's pretty great. Alright? Next we have Barricade. Summon a 2/4 guard with Taunt. If it's your only minion, summon another. It seems pretty bad, but it's a warrior and paladin card. Okay, I see this being played in something like big paladin. Sorry, big warrior or big/dual paladin. Because if you're gonna fit this into the meta decks right now, it's really bad. You wanna have a board. So you're gonna play this when you don't have a board to utilize or maximize rather its effect. And I think this is great with a big warrior or a dual paladin archetype deck, right? Next we have Rally. Resurrect a friendly 1 cost, 2 cost, and 3 cost minion. Okay, it's a priest and a paladin card. This seems exciting, but I have to check again all the 1, 2 cost, and 3 cost minions. I think it's gonna be annoying. I think priest will have another annoying card with it. But I think paladin could use this too, but I'm not sure if pure paladin might not. But I have to review again the 1 cost, 2 cost, and 3 cost minions. But I'll be sure to try this deck out, and I'll keep you posted if I make a new deck utilizing this new card. Next we have Hysteria. Choose a minion. It attacks random minions until it dies. I believe this is Warlock and Priest. Okay, might be good, but you need to have a big minion for this, or at least, you know, or big stats. Basically, you could have big toughness and a small attack. It could work, but it's best if you have like a really big minion. I'd give this like maybe a 3 out of 5, but let's see. If it's really an effective removal, I can't really tell right now. Okay, next we have Lucky Soul Hoarder. It's Warlock and Demon Hunter. Shuffle 2 soul fragments near your deck. Corrupt, draw a card. I think this is good. I wouldn't say it's great, but it's good. I'm saying it's just good because you need to corrupt it if you want to maximize its effect. So you're not playing this on curve, and like all corrupt cards, of course. But the fact that it's 3 to cast, maybe if it was a 2 to cast 2/3, it might be better. Of course, it would be better, but maybe that would be too broken. So yeah, let's see. I'm just saying it's okay. Alright, we've got Demon Hunter. Discover an outcast card. Your next one costs 1 less. This is Illidari Studies. Wow, that seems good. It could fuel all other cards. I could see this, of course, making the best out of Skull of Gudan. But even OTK Demon Hunter seems promising with this. Like, there's a lot of chances to discover like an I-beam, right? I could do the math, but after I count all the outcast cards, I think this is a great card. I think we might be seeing a lot of this in the meta when the mini set comes online. And we have Fellsaber. Can only attack if your hero attacked this turn. Wow, okay. This is pretty good. 4 to cast 5/6, and with just attacking as a drawback. So the only way to counter this is to have big taunts, but Demon Hunter has a way to deal with taunts, and it's so easy to attack. I mean, just hero power for 1 and you could attack, and this guy could attack for the stats. I think this is a great card. We might see this. Right off the top of my head, I don't know what to cut in a normal deck, but who knows? We'll see. This looks pretty great to me. Alright, for Druid, we got Dreaming Drake. Taunt, Corrupt, gain +2/+2. So it's basically a 5/6 after it's been corrupted. It's okay. I think there are better corrupt cards. I don't know what to cut if I were running a Druid. So you don't want too many corrupt cards if you're running Yasiraj. I don't think you'd want this over Strongman or Strongman, if you will. I don't know. Let's see. Alright, next we have Arbor Up. Summon 2/2/2 Treants. Sorry if I mispronounced that. Give your minions +2/+1. So basically, at its worst, you summon 2/4/3 minions for 5. It's not bad. The curve, if you're going aggro, it might be your top end of the curve, but wow, I like it. Although I'm not an aggro player, on paper this seems good. Right, we've got Hunter cards. This honestly my first time seeing these cards, so sorry if this will all come across as my personal opinions. Alright, Bola Shot. Deal 1 damage to a minion and 2 damage to its neighbors. Wow, it's anti-aggro. Maybe Highlander Hunter could utilize this, but depends on the meta. Would Face Hunter use this? I'm not so sure, but Highlander Hunter might sneak this in for sure. Let's see. Next we have Saddle Master. After you play a beast, add a random beast to your hand. Not a fan of these effects. There are so many bad beasts. So this might be not that great. The stats are good. They're decent. 3 to cast, 3/4. But its effect is so-so for me. Next we have Mage. Spellburst. Deal 3 damage to all frozen enemies. 1 to cast, 1/3. Glacier Racer. You gotta freeze them first, right? So So you need Frost Nova, you need Ray of Frost. I'm not sure. The stats are great. 1 to cast 1/3 is always great. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Next, we have Conjure Mana Biscuit. Add a biscuit to your hand that refreshes 2 mana crystals. Okay, I can't really review this. I'm not sure how it goes. Is the biscuit something I have to cast? I can't really comment right now. I'll get back to it when I've researched more. Right, we have Paladin cards. Dormant for 2 turns. Spell Burst, give your minions Divine Shield. Imprisoned Celestial. Well, the fact that it's dormant makes this really great. And the stats are really great too. It's 3 to cast 4 or 5. But if I'm gonna put it in Pure Paladin or Broom Paladin, I don't see it. Maybe I see this in Wild with Odd Paladin. But that's kinda it. I might be wrong, but I don't think I see this in Standard. Next, we have Librum of Judgment. Alright, I'm not sure if this is a Librum card. But if it is, then it gets discounted. Then Corrupt, it's a 5/3 weapon with lifesteal. I might put 1 in my Standard Paladin decks. Yeah, I'm assuming this is a Librum card, so yeah, I like it, but at the most, I might only put 1. It's a good card. It's pretty decent. Next, we have Priest, Lightsteed. Your healing effects also give affected minions +2 health. Affected minions. So, I'm not sure if you Holy Nova, but your minions have full health, if they will give +2 health. I'm really not sure, but if that's the case, then this card is so good. So you'd have an annoying array of minions that have buffed health. I think it's great. Though there might be a new archetype of priest for this. I don't see this in like Galakron Priest or even in Wild. I don't see this, but who knows? Next we have, I already reviewed this sort of a while ago. Next we have Shenanigans with Rogue. Secret, when your opponent draws their second card in a turn, transform it into a banana. Wow, well, this seems good. It might be anti-combo tech, though people like on ladder, it could disrupt combo. Like, I'm sure people run cutting class in Standard or like Arcane Intellect with Mage, stuff like that. It might just give you a win if you get a combo piece out. I think it's pretty good. It's decent. It's not the greatest in the world, but I like it. Alright, next we have Balcry, Sparkjoy Cheat. If you're holding a secret, cast it and draw a card. I guess in Rogue it's pretty fair. If it were in Mage, I'd be complaining so bad. But with Rogue, it's pretty okay. I like it. It gives Rogue more tools to be a powerhouse, as if it isn't enough a powerhouse as it is already. But I think this is a good card. Next we have Shaman. Landslide. Deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. If you're overloaded, deal 1 damage again. Well, the fact that it's a one-sided sweeper is always good. So, I was never a fan of Overload though, except like 2 or 3 years ago, I believe, when Overload Shaman was all the deck there was. Wrong grammar. Anyway, we'll see. I can't really comment because I don't really like Overload as a personal bias. But yeah, one-sided sweepers are always good. Next we have Mistrunner. Balcry, give a friendly minion +3/+3, overload 1. Not bad, wow. You could go aggressive with Shaman, and in Standard, if Evolve is sorta dead because of the nerf, I think some sort of aggro damaging Shaman shell might see this. Alright, next we have Warlock. We have Backfire. Draw 3 cards, deal 3 damage to your hero. Just wow. This one's too good. I think they'll nerf this. But it's 3 to cast. People might argue it's 3 to cast, but come on, maybe in Wild this might be so crazy. You're looking for Soulfires, you're looking for answers, for more minions, and you get to draw 3 with only the drawback of dealing 3 to your hero. Which sometimes is not even a drawback, because you're getting to your Molten Giants, you get to cast them earlier, or play them earlier. This is crazy, especially in Wild. Not sure in Standard, but in Wild, I'm sure I'm gonna see this. Okay, next we have Warrior Spiked Wheel. Has plus 3 attack while your hero has armor. I don't like it. Even if, sorry, I'm gonna advance. I saw this card in advance, Armor Vendor. Even if you play this with Armor Vendor, if your opponent is not a Warlock, man, the best you could do here is 2 attacks. Well, yeah, it has durability too, but I don't know. I'm not a fan. Once you give your opponent armor, then you attack with this. They still have a net gain of 1. I think it's pretty bad. Sorry. Next we have Ironclad. Battlecry, if your hero's armor, gain +2/+2. Again, if you're not facing... Well, maybe this is better than this. Ironclad is better than Spiked Wheel, because you have a permanent 4/6. This one's not bad. But Spiked Wheel, Okay, for neutral cards, we have 5 cards to go. Armor Vendor, it's anti-aggro. I like it. If the meta, if the meta is aggro, this is pretty good. And 1/3 stats, I'll take it anytime. Next we have Crab Rider, 2 to cast 1 for Rush Wind Fury. It's decent, but I'm not so sure. Maybe they're pushing to go for Murlocs again to somehow revive the archetype, but it seems kind of mediocre to me. We'll see. Next we have Death Warden. Death Rattles can't trigger. Wow, this is pretty good. So it cancels out Libram of Wisdom. I'm talking like a standard player here most of the time, but in Wild, this is also pretty good. So it could stop a lot of effects. It could be somewhat anti-Warlock in a way. I like it. It's decent. Death Warden. I think we'll see play. I think it will see play. Okay, the last legendary card is Moonfang. Can only take 1 damage at a time. The stats are pretty great. I'm just thinking it's like Divine Shield. That's it. But I'm not sure. Maybe there's a combo here that I'm not seeing. It's decent, but it's not great for me. Alright, let's see. Alright. And finally, the last card is the 35th card. It's Runaway Blackwing. At the end of your turn, deal 9 damage to a random enemy minion. Who knows? Maybe in Big Warrior or Dual Paladin, but that's maybe in Wild. But in most of your standard decks, I don't think you'll run this. You want to cheat this out. So yeah, it's Big Warrior or Dual Paladin. And at the most, you'll only put 1, I believe. Alright, so I'm pretty excited. I hope you like my review. If you like my videos, please subscribe. And I do my best to become a better Hearthstone player and to give guides and stuff. So make sure to click that subscribe button. And I hope to see you guys again next time.